Periscope land. Hi, it's me. Hi guys. Hi, Speak Up America. Good to see you. Naj. Hi. The Clear Financial is on. Good to see you on this Tuesday afternoon. Good to see you, Bubbles. Welcome to, well, not really Marriage for Real. It was like part of Marriage for Real. I'm one part of it. Hey, Moses. Hey, Naj. Naj, like all night last night, girl, I was thinking about you. Hey, I am Moses. Fat to fit girl. Hey, yes, I am alone. I am on my way home from work, and I just had like some things on my mind. So I thought I might as well just hop on and share with you guys. Hello. So if I can't read what you're saying, hey, Nikki, it's because I'm driving. I'm trying to drive safely, and ahead of time, y'all, I'm the road rage girl. I hate for people to jump in front of me. Hey, Miss Ship. But I just want to hop on real quick and just share something with you that the Lord had shared with me. Hey, Naisha, so how come you didn't walk outside when you saw me out there? That's what I wanted to know. Anywho, so if y'all hear me screaming holla, I still love Jesus. Hey, JD. Well, thank you. Hey, young baller, thank you so much for tuning in with us last night. Y'all know I don't like being on without Dwayne, and so I hope. Hey, girl. Hey, Miss Ship. So here I am, and so I wanted to share real quick with you a thought that I had. Actually, wasn't recently. Or Dwayne. Yep, that's my boo. Thank you for inviting. Thank you for sharing. I wanted to share with you a thought that it wasn't just something that happened recently, but it kind of tied into something that happened. Thank you for inviting followers. I really appreciate it. So we're supposed to get up to like 10 inches of snow here in Dr. Mel. Welcome. Here in Chicago, and so had me thinking about the weather. And also, you guys, so I have to have a conversation with my children about some things. You know, with Dwayne and I's topic here at Marriage for Real, one of the topics that we discuss is infidelity, and that's something that Dwayne and I have had in our marriage, right? And so it's nothing new to us. Thank you, Naj, for inviting. So it's something that's not new to us because it happened so many years ago, but it's something that we had not discussed with our kids. So because we're doing Marriage for Real, this platform has kind of just really opened up for us to have discussions about infidelity on a larger scale. And so now we're kind of feeling like, well, that's something that we need to share with our children just so they won't be caught off guard. But, you know, they might know, they may not know. So I've been challenged by His and Her Money, my sister in love, hey, to share with them. So it brought me to today's topic, or my topic on the way home, discussing face it. And so that's one of the things, because my thought process is, what are my kids going to think of me? You know what I'm saying? And what are they going to think of my husband? Or are they going to think that their parents were counterfeit? Yeah, they were younger when it happened, but now they're like 21, 25, 20 and 18, right? And so if we're going to tell the world our business, like growing up, I told my kids, don't let me find something out in the streets. Don't let me, you better tell me first. I don't care how good or bad it is. So, hey, Chris. So I think I'm going to have to take my own advice in that respect. But anyhow, here's the topic. So some time ago, I was coming home from work, and it was like a huge storm about to come, and I was saying to myself, dang, I hope I make it home before the storm comes. And I was heading in the direction of the storm. So I'm sitting in traffic, y'all, and the sky is getting black. And really, I hate driving in the rain, and I hate driving in the snow. Yes, I live in Chicago, and I hate driving in the snow. And so while I'm sitting there, I see like this huge flock of birds, and they go in the direction of the storm. Now, my thought process is, y'all birds, y'all can fly in the opposite direction, right? Why don't you? So next thing I know, I'm watching these birds while I'm at the light, and I see these birds. I know this is aggravating me. Oh, probably y'all too. I see these birds go in the direction of the storm. Now, like, that didn't make any sense to me, because a whole flock of birds just went into the storm, and I'm thinking, they are about to be destroyed because they're going into the storm. So like things like that kind of take my attention quite often. And I got home and I kind of wondered, like, why did those birds go into the storm? So after some research, I found out that the birds went into the storm like on purpose, because what happens when they go into the storm, they catch the upstream. And what the upstream does is the wind goes beneath their wings. You are blessing them. I can't read and drive, y'all. So if I'm not answering your questions, that's why. So what the jet stream does, it catches them underneath their wings and it propels them higher above the storm. Now I thought, that's God stuff. Because one thing that we do not do is we do not face our problems. A lot of us don't face our problems head on or situations head on. We would rather avoid them, not talk about them at all, and allow them to cause us pain, versus just face it and go through it. Face it and go through it. And so I'm just not talking to you all, I'm talking to myself. It's like, face it and go through it. No matter how painful it is, it will not destroy you. It will not destroy you, because you're going into it knowing that you're facing it, versus, what's the word I'm looking for? You're being proactive versus reactive. A lot of times situations happen in our lives and we find ourselves having to respond to them, versus facing it and it having to respond to you. You should make your situation respond to you, versus you responding to your situation and making it feel like you're being caught off guard, right? And so that's how it should be even in our marriages. There's some things in our marriages that we just need to face. There's some things in our lives that we just need to talk about, and we don't. And we find ourselves responding in ways that's negative because we're not ready to face those things. And that was kind of like my thought process on the way home, thinking about, okay, how am I going to tell my kids this? I know they know that dad and I are not perfect, right? But we're their parents. And when they look at marriage, I want them to look at our marriage and say, I want that. And at that point, this is where they are. This is how they think. But the reality of the situation is, it took something to happen for us to get where we are. In order to go where you want to go, to get all that you want to get, you're going to have to go through something. Nobody gets through this life without scars. Nobody does. I heard a prophet say, and he was joking about it, but it's the truth. That's yep, redemption, grace, and mercy. And here's the thing about it. They probably do know, because I did tell one of my kids, my youngest one, and she runs her mouth like nobody's business. Absolutely. It absolutely is, Dr. Harper. She runs her mouth like nobody's business. So my husband said they probably all know, but it's just having that conversation. Because let's face it, we don't ever want to look like failures in front of our children. Even though that we've not done this thing perfectly, we haven't parented perfectly, we haven't did our marriage perfectly, but we want to create a facade in front of them. And that's just the truth of the matter, that everything is wonderful, everything is great, and it has not always been. And so that's the conversation that we're going to have, and I have to, and that person gave me a deadline of March the 1st to have the conversation. So I'm going to have it. I ain't scared of them. Tell them we'll most likely bring them to a new level of respect for you. You think so? Well, I hope so. But here's the truth of the matter is that in our household, we have very deliberately with our children built a foundation. Oh, my husband is on. Hey, babe! We have built a foundation of truth, transparency, and it's just one of those things that you have not had a discussion about. I felt like when they got married, then maybe I would have this conversation with them, or when the situations that came in their life where they just blew it. You know what? That's too late. Where they just blew it. that I would have that conversation. But here we are. We're at this juncture in our lives where we're just going to have, I am driving, but I'm not holding my phone, as you can see. I am. And I'm keeping my eyes on the road. Like, I talk and text. Well, I don't talk and text, but I talk on the phone all the time, babe. So I'm fine. Trust me. I'm watching the road. So, yeah, so that's the conversation. That is the conversation. So, the moral of the story is, face it. Face it. Go straight into whatever issue, whatever problem that you have, and deal with it. Whether it be finances, whether it be relationships that you have, whether it be your marriage, whatever it is, whatever difficult conversation that you need to have, or whatever situation that's going on, deal with it today. Deal with it today, and deal with it with the perspective of you're going to get through it, through it. That you're in control of it. It's not happening to you, but you're getting on top of it. So I think we're going to have the conversation maybe this weekend with our babies. If you're new to Marriage for Real, my husband is on. He is on under Kapow School. We're on at least at what age is appropriate to have the conversation. I don't know, but at this point in time, they're 25, 21, 20, and 18. So I'm guessing now is the time. Yeah, it's at the appropriate age, because some things, some kids aren't ready to handle some things. And so, yeah, it definitely has to be age appropriate, I would certainly say. But here we are, March the 4th, we'll be married for 21 years. And so we're in a good space, and we're so very grateful for all that God has done. And what I'm blessed by is what the scripture says, they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the words of the testimony. And it's through our testimony that many people have been blessed on being able to come out of that in so many other situations. And so I am knowing that will be the same for my kids. I have to catch the replay, froze. I missed the conversation that you're having with your kids. Oh, yep, catch the replay. The conversation is about just the infidelity that took place in our marriage, and having to have that conversation with our kids, because now Marriage for Real has taken its own platform, and it is doing so well that I don't want my children to be caught unaware. So that is it. If you're new to Marriage for Real, please follow. Dwayne and I may be on later today. I'm not sure, but we'll definitely be on tomorrow or Thursday. Right. We'll definitely be on tomorrow or Thursday. So be blessed. I am almost home. I thank you for joining me on my car ride home. Yes, you must tell them. Okay. Well, thank you, Dr. Mel. I'm much better with my counterpart. I'm much better with my husband. And there goes my phone. So yeah, I'm much better when we're on together, and we will see you all later. So God bless you all. I will talk to you all soon, and good afternoon. Oh, shoot. Now I can't cut it off.